This is an aloe vera, and something is seriously wrong with this plant. Could the soil be killing it? Yes, it could. Let's go over to the plant bench and find out. So this aloe vera, I can tell that there's something wrong primarily because of the position of the leaves. The leaves are drooping and laying over and even draping off the side of the plant bench, which is very unusual for a healthy aloe. If you compare it to this aloe, the stems are rather stiff. They hold themselves up. The stems are a deep green, but there are very few spots. Notice on the healthy aloe vera, it's covered with spots. So what this tells me is that there's too much moisture in this plant. Now, aloe vera is a succulent, and what that means is that it has fat leaves and fat stems that are full of moisture. And the plant lives off of the moisture in the leaves. It sucks up moisture from the dirt, but it's using the moisture in the leaves to survive. And if you have wet dirt and moisture-filled leaves, it leads to rot inside the plant and in the roots. So if we take this plant apart, we might learn something else. Anytime I have a plant that's sick, the first thing I want to do is look at the roots. And I always do that very carefully. Sometimes it falls right out of the pot, and sometimes it's kind of stuck. But this pot came from the store in this plastic pot, and so it's in the pot that it was grown in. And if I peel away the soil, suddenly we can tell why the plant is falling apart. There are no roots. Now you can see that there are roots in the soil, so it had roots at some time, but the roots have rotted off because the plant has been too moist. So this plant actually is dead. It looks green and it looks like it might survive, but without roots, it won't survive. And in this condition, it's not healthy enough to grow a new root. So this one goes to the compost pile. So let's take a look at the soil and see what we can learn about why this plant might not have survived. If you look at the soil, you can see that there are a couple of components. There is peat moss, which is kind of stringy, and peat moss is very well known for holding moisture. It's like a little sponge. And there are some tiny pieces of bark, which is a composted material, and it's normal for it to be there. But if this is all you have in your soil, and you put a plant in this soil and you water this plant on a regular basis, let's say once a week, you've got a little sponge here that's going to stay wet all the time. And an aloe vera is a dry, arid plant that does not like to have its roots wet for any length of time at all. And so yes, in this situation, the soil is actually contributing to the sick plant. But a healthy aloe vera is going to want a very different kind of soil. So if we look at the healthy aloe vera here, you can tell at once, looking at the soil, that it's very different. The soil isn't dark brown, it's light brown, which tells me that it's pretty dry. It has little pieces of white specks and even tiny little rocks in it. Now those white specks are perlite, and this is perlite. Perlite is actually a very lightweight rock that is superheated so that it pops like popcorn. And once it pops, that little rock is filled with air spaces. And perlite, when you add that to the soil, it causes the water to flow through the soil and out of the pot really quickly. So if you're growing cactuses or succulents of any variety, you want to have perlite in your soil, up to about 50-50. 50% soil and 50% perlite. Now, there's another little thing going on here that we can tell makes this plant a healthy aloe, and that's this. An aloe vera has pups. It has little babies coming off of it, and they produce pups all the time. And if you remember the aloe vera in the pot, there were no pups whatsoever. It speaks of an unhealthy aloe vera. So why can dirt actually kill a plant. How does that happen? Well, dirt has two purposes. The first purpose is to anchor the plant and hold it in an upright position. The second purpose is to provide moisture and nutrients in a way that the plant can take it up. So this soil provides moisture and nutrients in a very consistent way all the time. And plants that are planted in peat moss are plants that need a consistent supply of moisture. There are lots of tropical plants that need to have moisture on a regular basis almost every day in order to survive. But that's not the case for this succulent. Succulents need moisture very occasionally, and they need nutrients very occasionally. And even if you're fertilizing it, even putting fertilizer on a succulent has to be a very little bit and only occasionally. So having a succulent living in peat moss is not a long-term option for this plant. It's a short-term option that allows it to sit in a store for a month or two without being watered before you take it home. So usually when we see plants in this condition, they've gone to the store and bought the plant and brought it home and started watering it once a week or once every other week, which is what's recommended for a succulent. Because of the soil, the water never gets used and it never evaporates out, and it leaves the plant sitting in a moist condition that causes it to rot. So how do you fix this? You take the plant out of the peat moss before it gets in this condition, and you plant the plant in soil that's appropriate, that has perlite to make the moisture flow through the soil and out of the pot in about a 50-50 mixture. Now there's one thing that I haven't talked about. The plant came from the store in a plastic pot, and it does have holes in the bottom. It needs to have holes in the bottom because the water has to drain out in order for the roots to stay dry. But a way to produce even a more dry environment is to use terracotta. And it can be painted terracotta or it can be plain terracotta like this one. It doesn't matter, but terracotta is porous and the water evaporates out through the pot. So if you have any cactus or succulent that you're keeping on a long-term basis, you want to have it in a pot that is porous. So can soil kill your plant? Yes, it can. If the soil doesn't provide the environment that the plant needs in order to thrive, it will definitely contribute to the death of your plant. Thanks for playing in the dirt with me today. I'm Carol with The Handcrafted Garden, and I'll see you next time.